So, can I get through Flashback Monday without my clock going off? We shall see. Welcome to the D. Louise book series. I'm Christina K-R-S-T-I-N-A. This is where we read books, talk about books, no special effects, no theme music, none of that fancy schmancy stuff going on here. And this is going to be a long one. I think we're pushing 70 or 80 books today. So if you could please hold on, grab your coffee. Are you looking for some contemporary romances? Are you looking for regencies? Are you looking for mystery or sci-fi or somebody who keeps Excuse me. Okay. Mysteries, romance, sci-fi, inspirational, harlequins. Can find them all here. So let's get started here with March 2003. 293 books, and I didn't get them all. Sorry. You know, long. And if you could please watch this video to the end. This video will take at least 25 hours to upload. I'm a hand to God. I'll be here till at least 3 a.m. But anyways, here we go. March 2013. We started in 2017. We're working our way through 2016. And then I've got some stuff planned after that, or at least I'm trying to. So the magazine this magazine does more reviews than any magazine then or now. Those are all the Regencies. And those are all the Inspirationals. And you ought to see those are all the Harlequins. So shall we get to it here? Let's see now. I always promise myself that each week I'm going to put these in order and each week over my head. All right, so I have looked up crazy. Kirsten Callahan. Winter Blaze. Winter Blaze. He's got clothes on. Yay. 4.5 stars. Like all good things, Callahan just keeps getting better and better. The third installment in the Darkest London series is not only a gripping novel, but it's also one that elevates the genre with its depth of emotion, passion, and mesmerizing storytelling. Callahan doesn't just create the world, she moves readers into them with unforgettable characters and stunning revelations. Poppy Lane knows how to keep secrets. She's had to in order to protect her sisters and their gifts. As powerful member of the Society for the Suppression of Supernaturals, she understands the sacrifices that must be made, but she never expected to sacrifice her beloved husband, Winston. After being attacked by a werewolf, the former police inspector felt betrayed by Poppy and abandoned her. Now she'll do anything to get him back. As a brilliant investigator, Wynn can puzzle out problems. As his body and mind heal from the attack, he attempts to comprehend the new world and the evil he encountered. With a better understanding of his wife's life, he is determined to reclaim their love. Can they do it together? Elizabeth Hoyt, Lord of Darkness. Naked guy on the cover. 4 stars. Readers eagerly anticipate each chapter of the Maiden Lane series since Hoyt has made Maiden Lane a place where danger and desire merge and the legend, love, fairy tale, and classic romance all seamlessly blend together. Lord of Darkness further eliminates Hoyt's bundle imagination, and readers will adore the story like all the others, each one unique and nothing short of enchantment. With the ghost of St. Giles married, another must take its place. Godric St. John has vowed to protect the innocent. He even wed a young woman to keep her from disgrace, never expecting to meet her again over the barrel of a pistol. Lady Margaret Redding is positive the ghost killed her beloved, condemning her to marriage with a man she barely knows. Margaret is determined to have her revenge. She doesn't recognize the man in the mask as her husband and turns Godric's well-ordered world in topsy-turvy with her entourage and her plans to make his house her home. An unexpected passion leads to them discovering one another in new ways. See what happens. Madeline Hunter, The Conquest of Cassandra. Let's see. The Conquest of Cassandra. 4.5 stars. There's nothing foolish or ill thought out in a hunter romance. Mature, intelligent, and memorable, the second of the fair-born quartet is as smart and sharp as the best of Regency romance can be. With its tangy dialect, Pride and Prejudice themes, bits of mystery, and nefarious characters, readers may be reminded of Jane Austen. Due to circumstances beyond her control, Lady Cassandra Vernham is forced to sell her aunt's jewels at auction or risk seeing her beloved relative caught in her ruthless brother's hands. She'd have the full funds if only Lord Amberley would pay for his purchases. Amberley suspected his friend died because of Cassandra, and he's out to prove that the earrings she sold are stolen. Cassandra soon finds herself helping Andre uncover the secret of the earrings, or else she'll never get the money she's owed. Poor girl. If you buy something, you should pay for it. The Sacred Heart, Denise Patrick. 4.5 stars. A second chance at love blossoms in this enchanting tale by Patrick. Well scripted and told in a beautiful prose with this emotional account of a couple torn apart by vicious lies will entertain until the last page. Reunited as godparents at a christening, Emma and Lion thought they'd never see each other again. He returned from war to find her pregnant with another man's child. He walked out and she disappeared with their young son, leaving the newborn girl with his parents. 5 years later, Lion has never given up searching for Emma and Jamie. He wants them to return with him to his parents' estate to be with Emma's daughter, Grace, whom he's claiming as his own. Emma's reluctance borders on terror, her fear a result of her experience at the estate after Lion joined the service. Will he understand her fears and concerns? Kieran Kramer, The Earl is Mine. Oh, is mine. I have, yeah. 4.5 stars. Kramer's smart, sassy storytelling charms readers because there is always poignancy mixed with passion, tenderness, and humor. And the second volume in her House of Brady series is no exception. The fast pace and rapid fire dialogue make this a quick, enchanting read with an underlying message of how love changes everything for the better. Gregory Sherwood Lord Westdale, a budding architect on the road to success, is in need of a wife. When the woman he fancies marries another, he's heartbroken. Then Pippa Harrington, his childhood friend and nemesis, comes roaring into his life. Pippa is a whirlwind trouble with a capital T. She's intent upon escaping an arranged marriage and fleeing to Paris to pursue her dreams. Instead, she ends up in Gregory's carriage and off to a house party. There, disguised as his valet, she sees aspects of Gregory's personality and physical physique that she hadn't seen before, and it's impossible to resist. Oh, my nose. The Chieftain. Margaret Mallory, 1500 Scotland, 4.5 stars. Mallory's latest in her Return of the Highlander series is a must-read for Scottish medieval fans, a page-turner with a fast-moving plot and believable characters. When Connor MacDonald returns from war, he discovers his clan in disarray with no leader and under constant attack from their enemy, the MacLeods, taking his rightful place as chieftain. He must forego his desires and place the clan above all else. He must recover the Tornish castle from the MacLeods to ensure the MacLeods' safety. He decides he will wed for an alliance, not love. Alyssa, healer and seer, has been in love with Connor forever. In his absence, she took over the role of chatelaine for his father. When Connor asked for guidance, he had no idea the depth of her love or how quietly beauty is awakened. Oh, she went off. There's the answer to that one. Now, the last debutante. I could have sworn. The last debutante. 4 stars. London's secrets of Hallie Green romances are golden, and her latest is no exception. It's a page-turning emotional romance in historical details, plot, and twist. Lady Daria Bobcat is the last debutante of Hadley Green, the old maid. To get away from knowing eyes, she volunteers to go to Scotland to visit her grandmother. The last thing Daria expected is her grandmother living in a rundown cottage, or the naked man she is nursing. Laird Jamie Campbell had gone to comfort the woman who had confront the woman who had swindled his uncle and taken his family fortune. The last thing he expected was to be shot and taken prisoner. Well, if she's in a rundown house, how could she have taken his fortune? Um, Let me see here. We did that, we did that, we did that. We did that, did that, did that, did that. Sophia Nash. Sophia Nash, The Duke Diaries. The one in the middle. Naked guy on the cover. The Duke Diaries are 4.5 stars. Fans for the Royal Entourage series will devour this installment, in which they will uncover the reasons for the animosity between the Duke of Candover and Ayrshire. Nash delivers a delightful romance with engaging characters whose witty dialogue is just what the readers expect from her rapier pen. Verity Fitzroy, the Duke of Candover's favorite sister, has kept a diary and been fascinated by Rory Lennox, Duke of Hampshire. Since girlhood, Rory was once her brother's best friend, but they are now bitter enemies. After a night of debauchery, Verity wakes up next to Rory with her brother pounding on the door. And there is nothing to do but banish herself to the country, where there's a scandal and a duel. Oh, not good. Not good. Ah, I wonder how. I wonder how often they really had duels back then. Because a lot of books use them, you know. I should say. Ah, it's chilly. It is chilly. It is so chilly. Okay, that one. Uh, Bride by Moonlight. Liz Carlisle. One of my authors. That is so gotta be taped. 4 stars. Another piece in intricate puzzle falls in place as Carlyle brings the characters from her previous St. James Society novels to play out a deftly crafted mystery. 4 years, Lisette Colburn has harbored hatred for Scotland Yard's Commissioner Napier, who allowed her father's killer to escape the hangman's noose. Determined to see justice done, she returned to Lockhorn with Royden Napier, who replaced his father on Commissioner. Royden is good of the role he chosen, but the murder of the peer pulls him into an investigation that led back to Lisette's father's death and the old case against Race Wellham. Will he find the truth? And Julia Justice, the rake to ruin her. 4 stars. Justice begins a new series about a group of cousins known as RANSLEIGH, rogues, notorious rakes followed by a scandal. Book 1 is outrageously and refreshingly inventive with a lady in distress, an available rogue, and a marriage of convenience for all. Justice encapsulates the period and language. Magnificent Max Ronsley, once the darling of society with a brilliant political career, now mourns the loss of her sterling reputation. Miss Caroline Denby seems to ruin hers, and what better way to do than find a rake willing to debauch her? Okay. Ashland McNamara, a most scandalous proposal. 4 stars. Newcomer McNamara delivers a Regency romance that exemplifies the era's obsession with making a good marriage. She skillfully incorporates the mores, custom, and nuances of society in a charming tale and then adds a fresh spin as she delves into the intricate relationship between sisters. After several seasons, Julia St. Clair is happily resigned to spinsterhood. It is her sister Sophia she worries about. Sophia has set her heart on the soon-to-be Earl of Clivesden. However, the arrogant aristocrat wages Julia will be his countess. Learning of the wager, Julia's childhood friend Benedict Revelstoke decides to save her. Unwilling to betray her sister, Julia thinks that perhaps running off with Benedict will create enough of a scandal to throw Sophia and Clivesden together. Meanwhile, Sophia has made peace with the loss and agreed to be affianced to an intriguing earl with a dark past. See what happens there. Um, so we did that one. Wait a minute. We we did that, right? I'm pretty sure. Yes. And what happens in Scotland? The one on the end here in purple. Jennifer McQuiston. Debut author McQuiston delights with a unique take on the hangover that is destined to have readers laughing out loud. Widow Georgette Thorold has a dislike of marriage, so when she wakes up next to a handsome Scotsman she doesn't remember with a wedding ring on her finger, she hits him over the head with a chamber pot and bolts. James Mackenzie is determined to make his own way in the world, but one night might destroy his chances at redeeming his reputation. He decides recall trying to protect a very drunk young woman from the randy men in town, but he can't quite wrap his mind around the sudden marriage. While Georgette is reunited with her shaming cousin and James searches for her, each begins remembering snippets of the night they shared. So, will they make up? Will they get together? We'll have to see. Um, Highlander Most Wanted. Excuse me. Who's knocking at my couch? Hey, Smokey. Smoke. Is that you? Yep. Highlander Most Wanted, Maya Banks. Naked guy on the cover. Warning, naked guy on the cover. Hmm. The second Banks Montgomery and Armstrong series is a shadowy tale of redemption and recovery from Genevieve McGinnis is finally free from a hellish year-long captivity at the hands of a sadist. Return to freedom when Bowen Montgomery seeks revenge for a wrong done to his own clan. The scarred Genevieve falls under the famous warrior's protection. Bowen's honor is the perfect balm for her money wounds, but the ever-warring Scottish clans might prove stronger than the couple's new love. Let's see. I, I think. Oh, one more. Gifford taken by the border. There he is. 4 stars. Gifford depicts the Bronson clan with Niels to know him, with realism and inherent respect for the Scottish border lodge. Each story in the series becomes more powerful than the one before, as readers become invested in the characters and their struggles to remain sovereign. The Brunson clan has been declared rebels by King James, and Black Rob Brunson struggles with his role as protector. When he finds a woman wandering on Brunson land and realizes she's a Stoic, he compelled to take his enemy hostage. Stella Stoic knew the risk she took trespassing on Brunson land, but she had to find out if her father, Brunson captive, was still alive. She feels the power of Rob's hate, but she senses something else. Rob is torn between holding Stella hostage and his growing desire to seduce her. So we'll see what happens there. So let's move on to inspirational. Love in a broken vessel. Adventures, 4.5 stars. Andrew guides readers to fully grasp the ministry of Hosea. She creates biblical characters who are lively and vivacious and hold our attention. Their lives become a rich tapestry to find the one true God. God speaks to Hosea. He rises to the challenges of delivering God's message to people who have been led astray. Elam protects Hosea and he meets with his childhood friend, who is now the leading prostitute of a brothel. He wishes to bring her to the prophet's camp and give her time to heal from a hard beating. Uh, Book 2, Wings of Glass. Mm, it's excuse me. Okay. Wings of Glass. 4.5 stars. Holmes handles the topic of domestic abuse with grace and compassion. All of the characters are well developed and real. When Penny Carlson runs away from Trent Taylor, she discovers that life is not the fairy tale she expected. After years of isolation and abuse, Penny's self-confidence is at an all-time low. When Trent is severely injured in a work accident, he agrees to let Penny work to support them. While at the local food bank, she runs into Callie Mae, who offers her a job cleaning houses. Working beside her is Fatima, and the three women become fast friends. Hi. Sweet tea. Denise, Secrets Over Sweet Tea. Times it just doesn't work. Okay. Okay. That is just not working. The cover is too full of color to show up. I don't know why. But there's a glass of tea on the cover. Denise Hildreth Jones, 4.5 stars. Jones can distill the heart of a woman better than most authors. This novel is a wonderful treat that women of every stage and circumstance of life can treasure. Scarlett Jo Newberry is a pastor's wife in the South, and she isn't afraid to pray for others to attempt to get in their business if she thinks they need her. Grace Shepard just moved into the neighborhood, and although she has some secrets, Scarlett Jo is there to help her when she falls apart. And The Silence of Winter. Let's see. Um, I don't see it. Um, oh, it's itty bitty. Wonder Broomsticker. 4 stars. Part 2 of Broomstetter's 6-book discovery series provides a brief overview to catch readers up. Beautifully descriptions and relaxed writing style keep readers engaged. Luke Stoltz Feuds is headed to Indiana to learn a new trade. His wife Meredith awaits his return so she can share the news that she is with child. Unbeknownst to her, Luke has been injured and in the hospital. Identity unknown, Alex Mitchell steals Luke's identity to escape the drug dealers to whom he owes money. Meredith is led to believe that Luke is dead. An old friend, Jonah Miller, arrives in town just as Meredith needs all the support she can get. Oh, a case of identity theft there. And I just had it. The Ice Cutter's Daughter, Tracy Peterson. Peterson does a good job inserting biblical truth of all throughout the book, so the readers is encouraged and even reminded to live for God while reading a fictional love story. Meryl Krause spends her days helping run the farm with her family. She stays busy, but she yearns for a man to love and a family of her own. Rurik Jurgensen arrives in Minnesota to help his uncle with his furniture making business. He meets Meryl and is intrigued by her beauty and independence, and he asks her to marry him. Does she say yes or not? We shall see. That's that. And mainstream fiction. Jane Green. Family Pictures. Fortnite stars. Best-selling author's green compelling novel will shock and surprise readers with a startling revelation as surely as it will tug at their heartstrings. Laid-back Sylvie has a beautiful daughter and the perfect husband. Her life in California is idyllic. Maggie has a beautiful family and home on the East Coast. However, Maggie is too busy climbing the social ladder and purchasing Birkin bags to notice her good fortune. The two women come to the realization that they share a startling connection. They must rally in the face of the unthinkable to save their families. I wonder what's going on there. Um, I don't see. I really need to put these books in order. The little, how does it go? The Little Witch of Little Italy. Susan Palmieri. Palmieri's enthralling debut will make adult readers nostalgic for beloved books from her childhood. Abundant with secrets, hidden passageways, magic, and several enchanting mysteries, it'll keep you on the edge of your seat until the end. After learning she is pregnant, Eleanor Eli Amore returns to her mother's family home in the Bronx. Eager to find love and support from her abusive boyfriend and flippant mother, she wants to fit in and start anew with her great aunts, all of whom seem to have a flair for witchcraft, and Anthony, her childhood sweetheart. She hears a mysterious crying in the hallway, reunites with a friend from her past, and begins to recall intense childhood memories. See what happens there. And a lady that I equate with more of a horror type of novel. No, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Thank you. Um, I, I just equate her with horror. VC Andrews, the sisters, Forbidden Sister. Uh, Andrews captures perfectly the trials and tribulations that accompany the awkward stage of puberty in this relatable and unpredictable novel. Emily was just 6 when her older sister Roxy was kicked out. Since then, Emmy has been forbidden to mention Roxy's name and all the traces of her erased. But when her parents both die, her sister becomes her legal guardian. Roxy's profession as an escort stirs trouble for Emma at school, and her presence at Roxy's place of business proves to be dangerous. Okay. I did not see that coming for VC Andrews. The 11th. Man. Uh, naked guy on the cover. Well, almost. Um, 4 stars. The 11th Commandment. Lovely gives each character a voice, including the men. The theme of realizing your potential and accepting yourself despite faults is not peachy and balances the fine line between spirituality and realism. Frida lives the life of a pampered doctor's wife with weekly massages, shopping trips, and a steamy affair with her housekeeper son. When her husband becomes suspicious about a paternity of their child, she works quickly. Hope is finally confident in her marriage, but after a blast from her husband's past, she clings to her faith in God and her trust in her husband. Who's cheating who? Stacy worries over her husband's knee injury and whether it will cripple his NFL career. His mood swings make her turn to God and spiritual advisors. See what happens there. And I think that's the end of me. Nope, one more. 3 sisters. I don't see this one. I could have misplaced it. Um, I've seen it. I've seen it. I'm almost positive I've seen it. Um, Let me look. I missed it. So, oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. It's not gonna work. The cover is all yellow. And it's all yellow. Sorry. I missed it. I missed it. I missed it today. It was on the shelf. It's all yellow. It's 3 women walking into the sunset. Sorry. Um, so Susan Mallory, 3 sisters. Um, Let me just Mallory's latest offering is a poignant full of the warmth and strength of female relationships. Love is the core of the story. Love of family, love of partner, love of self. And Geordie starts over after being left at the altar and buys one of the historical Three Sisters houses on Blackberry Island. Artist Boston King and one of Andy's neighbors struggles to reconnect with her husband after the death of her baby boy. Another neighbor, Deanna Phillips, wants to be the best mother and keep control of her life with a husband who travels and 5 daughters. See what happens there. All right. On to teen. 17 and Gone. Nova Ren Suma, 4.5 stars. It's not gonna work. Is the 17 and Gone. A truly original novel, different from anything else on the shelf. Suma portrays female relationships with a poignant honesty. The relationship between Lauren and her single mother is complex. Lauren is turning 17 and suddenly she's in turmoil. Her once uneventful life becomes plagued with visions of disappeared girls. Soon Lauren is obsessed with the missing girls. They speak to her in dreams and hallucinations. She can't functionally normally, losing friends and a boyfriend. Convinced she can help the girls, she deal with her demons alone. Gravity, Melissa West. Book one of The Taking will have. Oh, wait a second. Book one of The Taking will have young adult authors, fans buzzing. Gravity will grasp readers tightly with an ingenious storyline and sharp dialogue. After Earth is destroyed by war, a truce is struck between humans and aliens. 17-year-old Ari Alexander breaks the rules and peeks at one of the foreign beings. To her surprise, it's a hottie Jackson Locke. After Ari's arrogant schoolmate discovered, he confides in her and begs for her trust, or the world will perish. Despite the secrets and increasing attacks, their love grows soon. Ari must face her fears with or without Jackson. Um, this was interesting. She's one of my authors. And speaking of which, I um I'll have to find it, but I had it was a while ago. I had a candle, one of my well, that's what I gotta do. I gotta put my candles back. I had moved them. I had one of those big huge candles drop behind the bookcase. And my husband was able to rescue it. Look, in one piece. There wasn't a scratch on it. It dropped 12 feet. I should do it before and after. Where was that? It was a while ago. But it's been back there like a month. So I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. See that? And he rescued it. Isn't that awesome? And the fact that it came up in one piece. The pieces that you see in that picture is an old house that I did not know that fell. One of those little itty bitty ceramic houses that you put up at Christmas. But anyways, um, Dorinda. The reason I brought it up was because it was her books that I was the. Oh wait a minute, no, it wasn't her. It was DB Reynolds. I replaced her. She's behind me now. Death, Doom, and Detention, Dorinda Jones. Jones's second young adult is an embarking, entertaining tale. Her characters really seem like teens, and the story manages to surprise throughout. Lorelai dealing with a lot long-term demon possession, secretive grandparents, and the super hot angel of death. Jared staying away from Lorelai. Her grandparents' request, while her visions are getting stronger and harder to deal with. Meanwhile, there's a new kid at school who seems kind of strange. Suddenly, everybody's acting weird, and Lorelai and her crew must save the day. See what happens there. Where's my paper? I got off track. This. Things I can't forget. Okay. That's not even on this. Oh, things I can't forget. Miranda Keenly. Talented Keenly is unafraid to tackle challenging topics. Her heroine this go round is a devout Catholic struggling with her faith. Kate is an interesting blend of sweet, confused, and judgmental, which doesn't always make her likable. However, she's incredibly realistic. God fearing Kate Kelly is a counselor at Catholic camp. searching for a sign against everything she believed in. She recently helped her best friend get an abortion. Racked with guilt, a summer wait with her other like minded people seemed perfect. But the other counselors aren't as by the book with their religion, and she feels like an outsider. See what happens there. Mystery. The Chalice. Nancy Baileau. 4.5 stars. This novel is riveting and provides fascinating insight into the lives of displaced nuns and priests during the tumultuous Tudor period. Be Like credits fully realized characters with complex action and emotion driving the mechanisms of these historic personages. Joanna Stafford and her fellow religious brothers and sisters attempt to make a new life for themselves, following Henry VIII's dissolution of the monasteries and convents. But clues from seers and prophecy suggest that Joanna has an instrumental role in stopping the excess of the king. She is a reluctant participant in expanding conspiracy, having already spent time in the tower. She understood the consequences of real or imagined against the king. As she threads her way through the web of conspiracy, Joanna is assisted by two men with feelings for her. Interesting. Interesting. Blood. Diana. Oh, I don't think I've got it. I should do. Sandy! She's over there crying. Does your cat cry at you? Meow, meow. You go, what? They go, meow, meow. You go, what? They go, meow, meow. You get up, and they're standing behind you, just looking at you like, what? Oh, that wasn't me. Take a bath, whatever. Oh, no, no, that wasn't me. No, I'm innocent. Sandy! Come here! Sandy! Come here! Come here! Come on! Come on! Come here! She sits down and looks at me. Sandy! Come here, Sandy! Come on! Come on! Come here! No, fine. She's taking a bath. That wasn't me, Mommy. No. Bad blood. Diana Stabnow. Stabnow's intriguing characters and fascinating setting bring this mystery to life, but her narrative voice wins Bad Blood a top pick. She establishes the histories of the two communities featured in this story with an irony-tinged commentary that carries the reader right into the heart of the Alaskan wilderness. Officer Jim Chopin's efforts to solve the murder of a young troublemaker are hampered by a generations-old feud between two town rivals. Soon after the murder, the main suspect disappears and a second murder takes place. Chopin calls in Kate Shugak to help with the investigation in the hopes that her connections might lead them to break in the case. Sandy! Sandy! Come over here! Come here! Come on! Stop crying like that! Come here! Come here! Come on! Come on! All the way over! Come on! Come up here! Come here! Come on! Up! 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 Come on! Come here! Kelly earned the burning air. Danny! She walks over, looks at me, goes away. Aaron Kelly, The Burning Air. 4.5 stars. Kelly's third book is an exquisitely plotted story of obsession and revenge with a perfectly satisfying ending and a mid-book reveal that will leave your head spinning. The novel is bookended by scenes at a weekend home, but most of it shows the person who belongs for destruction got to that point and planned the attack, an absolute gem. Rowan McBride and his three grown children are gathering at the family country home for the first time since their mother, Lydia, died. But someone outside the group is watching, someone who believes that Lydia was hiding a deadly secret from her apparently perfect family, someone who has already been taking revenge on the McBrides for years without them ever knowing it. And I have done a video on this book. So if you want to go check that out, it was sometime last year. I love Miss Molly Murphy. She came across on the boat from Ireland. She came, lady, a lady had been saving up to take her children, and she got massively sick and she was going to die. So the woman entrusted her care into Molly, and Molly came across to New York with the two children, and it eventually led up to their father. Molly became a private investigator. She marries a police officer. She still, she does a lot of stuff. She's awesome. I love her. Please go check out all my Molly Murphy videos. I've done them all. I'm waiting for the new one this year. In Bowen's highly entertaining mystery, Molly finds a pregnant, idle housewife rather boring. Her curiosity leads her from the hustle and bustle of turn-of-the-century New York to the serene country, where she pieces together a complicated mystery set against a historical drama. Molly Sullivan, nee Murphy, finds the summer heat and idleness of pregnancy maddening. When she receives a letter addressed to her former detective agency requesting her help in locating a missing Irish maid, Molly jumps at the chance to help find her. Her husband fears she's taking on too much and asks to rest at his mother's place in the country. While tending a tea there, she overhears the name of the house where the young Irish maid last worked. After visiting, Molly realizes that something does not add up with the maid's disappearance, and the owners may be at a local convent that houses pregnant single mothers. And Molly goes in there and she gets in all kinds of trouble. You'll have to check it out. Please check out my video. Ah, Brad Parks, the good cop. 4.5 stars. Park's breezy style takes a serious tone as bodies pile up in this series. Fourth, chapters about mysterious organization come to light near the end and lend an ominous air to the story. Newark newspaper reporter Carter Ross is talked to look into hot story about the murder of one of her fourth precinct's finest. He's told to revise his story when the death is ruled an suicide. When the victim's wife swears the man had too much to live for, including a newborn and her other child he adored. Carter investigates further. Then the officer's partner commits suicide and his radar goes into overdrive. Evidence points to two murders, but Ross is the only one who believes it. She goes off again. That's like the third, fourth time during the video. That. All right. Jonathan Kellerman. Guilt. 4 stars. Guilt takes Delaware and Sturgis right into the secret lives of Hollywood royalty. Kellerman's long-running and constantly excellent Alex Delaware books explore the gritty side of L.A. lurking beneath the surface glamour. When an expectant mother accidentally exhumes a box filled with remains of a baby in the backyard of her new home, LAPD Lieutenant Milo Sturgis and psychologist Alex Delaware track down leads in a case that could date back 50s. They are also presented with a new case. A young woman is murdered and left in a park. Adriana bets the murdered woman was a nanny. Things get more complicated when they learn who the Adrian worked for. Ah, shoot. A lady that has shown up quite often in our cozies. She's going to be in my Valentine's cozies. She was in Christmas cozies. She's in a lot of cozies. Joanna Fluke, The Red Velvet Cupcake Murder. 4 stars. Loaded with mouth-watering recipes and clever plotting. The latest Hannah Swenson mystery delights. The detailed mystery is a sweet treat, and the thrilling showdown in a darkened penthouse on a stormy night is icing on the top. As June heats Blankets Lake Edge, Minnesota, Hannah dresses up for the grand opening of the newly renovated Albion Hotel, which includes luxury condos and the Red Velvet Lounge. Her shop is catering dessert, and her old nemesis, Dr. Bev, is attending the event with the hotel's owner. The party is a success until Police Secretary Barbara Donnelly falls off the roof of the penthouse garden. Foul play is suspected, but Barbara's memory of the event is faulty. Meanwhile, Dr. Bev continues to stir up trouble in Lake Eden until her new car and dead body end up in the lake. The police consider Hannah the prime suspect. Oh, good God. Let's see. Are there? Ah! Red velvet cupcake surprises. Look at all the recipes in here. Red velvet surprise cupcakes. 6 sweet, semi-sweet chocolate chips. 2 tablespoons of apricot jam. 2 tablespoons of salted butter. Where's the bread? Oh, 1.5 cups granulated sugar, 1 stick of butter, 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, salt, baking powder, baking soda, cocoa, and Betty Crocker food mix. Not kidding. Check it out. PJ Paris, Heart of Ice. I'm considering doing this series. I'm trying to gather the books to do it. Heart of Ice. Parrish brings P.I. Lewis Kincaid for another dark trip into a puzzling mystery set in 1990, so less technology and modern equipment are available. Lewis finally gets to spend quality vacation time with his daughter Lily. While on a bike ride, Lily takes a detour near an abandoned home. She sneaks in and the floorboards begin to reveal a pile of human bones. Trying to keep his daughter from being traumatized, Kincaid agrees to assist the police in figuring out whose body was discovered. And an author, again, where's my, excuse me. Did I skip a book? No. Okay. Another author. I've done the reviews on all of these books, so please go check them out. Sebastian St. Cyr. He's a Viscount detective. His family doesn't like it. His wife is okay with it. She does it too. And his friend is the coroner. Harris continues her Sebastian St. Cyr series with fine Regency era mystery. The characters intriguing. Everyone has scandal and mystery in their backgrounds. A depictable gem dealer and loan shark have been murdered, and the man standing over the body is the new husband of Sebastian's former lover, Kat. To help her, Sebastian starts his own investigation and finds that nearly everyone in London wanted the man dead. Further clues point to occult movement, foreign agents, and French crowning jewels. The dead man was arranging the sale of large blue diamond revealed to have been stolen during the French Revolution. Oh, I remember this. It's good. Sebastian even breaks into the guy's house a couple times. We just did these a few months ago, so please go check all these out. We did the entire series, and I'm anxious for the next one. All right. Um, did that one, did that one, did that one. And I don't, I'm almost positive I don't have the other one here either. Um, so I'm just gonna read it without the book. I missed it today. Um, there's usually one with a whole bunch of. Let me just take a quick look. I don't think it's here. Um, no, it's not. All right, I'm just gonna read it. Sweet Tea Revenge, Laura Child, another cozy that shows up in quite a few different cozy food things. Child's Charming Cozy has a delightful cast of characters, a murky mystery, and enough red herrings to keep a dedicated mystery reader happy. Delane Dish asks her dear friend, tea shop owner Theodore Zabroni, to be a bridesmaid in her wedding. On the big day, an ugly storm delays the maid of honor. The groom is also a no-show. He's dead. Before she knows it, Theodora is hip deep in suspects as she looks into his death. If she's not careful, she could become the next target or the prime suspect. Okay, so that's the end of that. And we are on to sci-fi. Um, donut. It's a donut. 4 stars. 4.5 stars. Holt's latest fun, humorous fantasy is a trip. Prepare to suspend all disbelief because Holt has created a world where literally anything is possible, from talking insects to airplanes that write out complex messages in the clouds. Renowned physicist Theo Bernstein has seen better days. After accidentally blowing up a mountain, he's not only ostracized from the scientific community, but hated by just about everyone in the world. When his friend Professor Pierre Van Goyen dies, Theo is surprised to be named heir to the professor's safety deposit box, which contains a mysterious empty vial, directions to an odd hotel that will employ Theo, and a vague set of instructions that, above all else, beg Theo to have fun. Okay. See what happens there. Shattered Pillars, Elizabeth Bear. This fancy schmancy cover up here. 4.5 stars. Shattered Pillars is the remarkable continuation of the first in the series, Range of Ghosts. Bear's prose continues to weave effortlessly throughout the novel with a detailed substance that does not hinder the action. Eden, having been kidnapped and fought her way free, must now raise an army for her betrothed Timur and find her way back to him. Meanwhile, Timur is attempting to wrangle his way through political intrigue and plague to reunite with Eden, reclaim his birthright from his uncle, and discover the truth behind the magics that are engulfing the lands. See what happens there. Fade to Black. Francis Knight. 4 stars. The dystopian world feels all too real in this series started by British Arthur Knight. The world would be a tad dark to stay immersed if not for the roguish charm of Roge Dizan, a reluctant but capable hero. Rojan is a secret pain mage. He has the ability to perform magic using his own pain and others. The action starts stirring and rolls along with well-executed fights, duels, and magic battles throughout the persistent sense of lurking danger along with Rojan's inner conflict. Okay. Bounty hunter Rojan Dizon has a special talent for finding people who don't want to be found. In the plague-ridden city of Mala, though he tries to avoid getting emotionally close to anyone, he can't refuse his long-lost brother's plea for help. A series of strange murders sends Rojan on a quest to the city's worst slums to find his brother's daughter, his niece, but he uncovers a world steeped in more government corruption and secrets than he ever thought possible. Is that sci-fi really a government thing? Um, 1, 2, 3, one more. Ah, Harry Brooks, The Dark Legacy Bloodfire Quest. 4 stars. Brooks immediately pulls the reader into a bloodfire quest with its world of beguiling and dangerous creatures, rapidly intensing problems, and daring characters willing to risk their lives for greater good. Brooks' technique of switching between the various conflicts of points of climax keeps the suspense high and the reader engaged. The characters possess amazing bravery and a willingness to sacrifice themselves for others. The leader of Ard Rias of the Druids is captured by the evil ruler of the Forbidding, while the Ard Rias' few remaining followers nearly die waiting for her to return. While the rest of the Druids are on a mission to find vital missing elf stones, Affin is trying to keep her sister from becoming the ELCRYS, the sacred tree that maintains the wall of the beginning. Once her fellow Druids return, Affin must try and help them find a way to rescue Arid Rias while trying to save her sister. Okay. That, 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 down there. Okay. Let's move on to romantic suspense. I think we are missing a few here. I had this and I put it back twice. Stereodare Relentless. That's why I picked that up. Muff me. I put it back. Naked guy on the cover. The Lodestone Crew returns with a romantic thriller that spans the globe from Seattle to London to Cairo. Egyptology and the hunt for the lost tomb of Cleopatra takes its hero and heroine on a wild adventure that uses the hero's uncanny ability to see coordinates of objects in his head. Ex-MI5 agent Connor Thorne is still recovering from the wounds he received after nearly dying during an operation gone bad. As he's recuperating, Thorne is currently working for Lodestone in Seattle and taking on a low-risk cases. That all changes when Isis McGee arrives asking for help, proving that her Egyptologian father, August McGee, really did locate a missing tomb before his crew was killed and he suffered a head injury. Sadly, August also seems to now be suffering from Alzheimer's, so he can't help. Allison Stone, Random Acts. 4 stars. Romantic suspense fans, hold on to your hats because Stone evokes a whirlwind of emotions from the moment her book begins. This engaging story with tough as nail heroine kicks off with a mystery readers will want to stick their teeth into. Lawyer Danielle Carson had a broken heart as a teenager, and her mother didn't exactly have the knack of choosing the greatest guys either. Danielle figures it must run in the family, and her bad luck with romance prompts her to focus on her career. She brought back to her hometown, Buffalo, New York, where she is notified her sister was in a horrific car accident. Patrick Kinsley, the boy who crushed Danielle's vision of love 15 years ago, is now widowed with a daughter, and he happens to be very involved in her sister's case since he works for the local police department. Despite the passage of years, the spark between Patrick and Danielle reignites, but Danielle senses Patrick knows more about her sister than he's telling her. See what happens there. Okay. And contemporary romance. Perfect timing. Catherine Anderson. Oh, this is bad. There you go. 4.5 stars. Anderson's long-running Harrigan family series takes in a most unusual turn by introducing time travel Judas. This update takes on the marriage of convenience plot is both uplifting and emotionally riveting. Quincy Harrigan is devastated by the news his beloved sister-in-law Lonnie is gravely ill from a rapid onset blood disease. Clint Harrigan is beside himself with fear as his wife nears death and medical science has no solution. Red-headed Jewess Sarah O'Callaghan takes a one-way trip to the future to break a centuries-old curse that kills the first wife of the Harrigan men. A true fish out of water, Sierra struggles to explain her mission to a disbelieving Quincy because the only way to save Lonnie and break the curse is for Quincy to marry Sierra. I'm confused. Let's see what happens there. Bungalow Nights. Oh. Kristen Rishway. This series really picks up steam in book 2 with a delicious, sizzling romance, great secondary characters, good insights into family dynamics, and a lovely California beach cove setting. Combat medic Van Smith made a promise to his dying colonel to take the soldier's daughter on their dream vacation, a month of Beach House number 9. There is a helmet list of things the colonel wanted to do with his daughter and a picture of adorable 10-year-old girl. Vance is determined to fulfill his latest request. Still recovering from his injuries, he rents the beach house, hires a nanny, and heads to Crescent Cove. Only the girl is lovely 20-year-old. It turns out his inside's molten. He cannot betray the colonel by doing the midnight tango with his daughter, as the soldier's daughter Layla Parker has learned the lesson of emotional detachment as well, and she guards her heart against him. So they each need to get past their stuff. Did that one, did that one. Reckless. Naked guy on the cover. 4.5 stars. The long-awaited third and final book in the Stefan Thoughtless trilogy has arrived. Fans who were hooked after reading the first story in Kira and Kaelin's love affair will not be able to put this one down. Kira and Kaelin's love is put to a test again, as this time they struggle with the growing popularity of Kaelin's rock band and a rock star's life on the road. Kira joins Kaelin and his band as they perform in one city after another, as unforeseen mounting obstacles are thrown in their ways with pressure from the management, record labels, and the media. Kaelin tries to please everyone around him while making himself miserable. Okay. Um, Eternal Vows. Rachel Ellers. Rochelle. Picking up where Summer Vows and Breakaway left off, the Hideaway series meets the Blackstone Legacy and Allah's latest offering, and it does not disappoint. Dr. Peyton Blackstone is at Blackstone Farms to further her study and practice of veterinary medicine, specializing in large animals and equine medicine. When she discovers her family connection to the famous horse racing operation, she sets out to realize her dream. At the same time, Nicholas Cole is pursuing his dream of owning a horse breeding operation. Peyton and Nicholas hover around each other, but Peyton is offered a teaching position, which she takes away a year. When she returns, she goes to work for Nicholas, and their romance is built on a strong foundation of shared interest and physical attraction. Okay. Um. Well, there it is. The Second Chance Cafe. Allison Kent. I should add that to my. Oh, that's the one I missed too. Oh well. Kent is favorite for steamy erotica, but she also writes beautiful contemporaries. And in Second Chance Cafe, her voice is reminiscent of early Nora Roberts. Kylie, a former foster child, has recently purchased the house she grew up in with the intent to remodel and open a cafe. Looking to find closure on a traumatic childhood, she views the house as a safe haven that will lend her the strength to deal with the onslaught of memories when she searches for her parents. When she hires Ten as a contractor, she gets more than she bargained for. He's a confirmed bachelor haunted by guilt, so romance isn't part of the plan. Francis Ray. Oh, I couldn't find that one. So that's the end of that. Hold on a second. Let's get to normal. I missed one of my authors, and I just want to go back. It's the beginning of the series, and if you may see this book reviewed individually in a couple of weeks on this channel. We'll see if we agree with the authors that it was a 3-star. We'll see what happens when I read it in a couple of weeks. Because I am planning on doing this series. I want to, because some of the later books got better reviews, so I want to check it out. Peach Pies and Alibis, Ellery Adams. Oh, this is book 2. Book 2 in the Charmed Pie Shop series is a short on mystery with a primary focus on the whimsy and magicals surrounding the characters and the need to preserve their kind. Ella May Lafayette has recently discovered her ability to infuse emotion into her pastries. She discovers her magic is hereditary and immerses herself in the history of her family and of the magical kind and learns about the significance of the Lady of Ash, a woman who bonds herself to a tree to allow the chosen humans to retain their magic. Alright, well, maybe I won't be reading this in a couple weeks. We shall see. Alright, now on to paranormal. We've got some here. So we're at Alex Beecraft, Bomber's Moon. Bomber's Moon is a literary paranormal romance with wit and style. Ben Chorgy was not prepared for an elf attack by elves or for how they left without a trace. Calling the Paranormal Defense Agency seemed like the best bet, but it's only made everything more complicated, especially with the presence of sexy Chris Getchell. Their attraction and Ben's reluctance to face the magical world spells trouble. See what happens there. The Chosen. Teresa Myers from Steampunk University. Naked guy on the cover. Um, Myers does it again with third book in her Legend of Chronicle series, offering a little bit of historical fiction, a little taste of paranormal, and a whole lot of sex appeal. Remington Jackson is a lawyer by day, demon hunter whenever necessary. He usually stays on the right side of the law, but in order to finally win the ultimate face-off against evil, he may need to skate on the wrong side for a while. Enter China McGee, a gorgeous shape-shifting thief who agrees to help Remy steal the relic he and his brothers need, with every intention of double-crossing him. Bad girl, bad girl, bad girl, bad girl. Gina Showalter. I just saw this. Oh, here it is. Beauty Awakened. I think it'll end up in my fairy tale series. You may see this again. You may see this again. Showalter returns to her series featuring a band of angels on the verge of falling from grace to say that Caldo, who is damaged both physically and emotionally, has parental issues, is putting it mildly. As a young child, Caldo was maimed for life. His mother cut his wings off. She also dumped him with a horrific biological father. Hoping Caldo would be killed, Caldo survived and now works for Zachel's angel army of disgrace as they attempt to prevent themselves from falling. On a mission, Caldo stumbles across Nicola Lane and her dying twin sister, Layla, who are being fed upon by demons after suffering a concussion. Nicola suddenly begins seeing demons all around her, so when the dangerous, attractive Kalo offers help, she accepts. Ah, I should have looked for that one. Lara Aiden, Edge of Dawn. 4 stars. Aiden returns to the world of her Midnight Breed series and picks up the action. 2 decades following the revelation of the breed's existence to the human population, longtime fans will be excited to learn that the heroine of the book, Mira, whose eyes can see the future, although this installment is fairly short, it does nicely set up the big bad of the series. Following the death of her friend and lover, breed warrior Kellen Archer, 8 years ago, human Mira had worked long and hard to become a captain in the order. Mira now kicks butt and takes no prisoners, so much so that she finds herself in serious hot water. As a punishment, she is instructed to play bodyguard and escort human scientist Jeremy Ackmeyer to an important summit. Unfortunately, their arrival, both Mira and Jeremy are kidnapped. Well, there goes that. Okay. Um, Moon, Beauty Awakened, Edge of Dawn, The Chosen. And we did that. We did that. And, you know, I have I have 12 undead and imagine my surprise when I found this. I didn't have this one. Like, dang, I've got them all. If you're if you like vampires, if you can let go all of the things that you like about it, if you like the seductiveness, the blood drinking, the only allowed out at night time, if you can let all of that go and find a vampire that will live with a woman who's a vampire, she's a demon, she's got her sister's the devil, her mother's the Christ, or the Antichrist or something, I forget how it goes, and who lives and breathes shoes, those Milanos, the Goubitons. I have no idea. But if you listen to the audiobooks, it's hysterical. The lady that does them is awesome. And it's just, if you can do all that and if you can spend half your books with food, with shoes, we shall do that. Now, where is this book? Three novellas by Davison mean times the fun. Supergirl is a charming take on a superhero that doesn't take itself seriously. Undead and Underwater joins Fred the Mermaid and Betsy from the Undead series. Sadly, smooshing these two feisty heroines together like peanut butter and jelly may be amusing for a while, but when they crash over a man, it quickly grows tiresome. In Supergirl, Haley Derry is not just a company dog cog. She's a superhero, which means she meets Linus, a new hire at the job. Her heart starts to pitter-patter like it never before. Betsy, Queen of the Undead, and Mermaid Fred team up to rescue their mutual friend, but a love triangle threatens their tenuous alliance in Undead and Underwater. But Betsy's married. in the Undead series. I'm confused. We'll have to see what happens there. Oh, there's one I was gonna do. Cynthia Garner, Heart of a Demon. He's in the middle there. Heart of a Demon. Naked guy on the cover. 4 stars. Cynthia is back with another installment of her Warriors of the Rift series, revisiting her distinctive brand of characters, including vampires, demons, and fae. Kira O'Brien, a fae with a criminal record, is summoned by the Council of Preternatural, an organization designed to keep the peace among the supernatural and beings inhabiting Earth. She could be the key to fighting off a catastrophic threat from a group of human hating prenaturals. Finn Evison, a demon and hired assassin, wants to stop the threat too. In order to gain his freedom, when Kira and Finn meet, sparks fly, but the danger around them spiking in a pending war. So we'll see what happens there. At that one. And that one. Um, if you have not seen my Argino videos, please go see my Argino videos. A Marguerite and her matchmaking shames. If you haven't watched my Carolyn Sparks with the Roman Dragon Dynasty clan, please go do those too. Sands offers up another diverting story featuring the immortal Argino's family and their friends and relatives. Kidnapped and placed with a group of women who are used as food source by a madman. Veterinarian Mally Mori is the process of escaping when rescue arrives. When Valerie passes out, handsome enforcer Anders, driven by conviction that she is his life mate, spirits her way to the home of Lucian Argino. Soon she is befriended by Lucian's very pregnant wife and amazed by how strongly attracted to Anders she is. But she wants to spend the time she spends with him and his family. It's not all difficult for her to accept Anders' immortality. Naked guy on the cover. See here. And a series that we just finished on this channel not too long ago. So if you could please go check out my videos for the Mercy Thompson Patricia Briggs series, please go check these out. 4.5 stars. A significant event from the Briggs' Alpha and Omega series reverberates through Mercy's world, and the repercussions are grave. The arc of the Mercy Thompson series has showcased Briggs' incredible gift for delivering a character development alongside with intriguing plots with thrills and chills. When she decided her new stepdaughter Jessie to go Black Friday shopping, Mercy is relieved to have a moment of relative calm, but their night hits a bump when they are involved in a car accident. And Mercy can't reach Adam or anyone else in the pack. She gets seriously concerned. Though her mate bond, Mercy realizes that almost the entire pack has been abducted. Then they discover only Ben escaped and he is wounded. With Z holed up in the Fae Reservation, Mercy lists available allies is diminished. According to Ben, the men who abducted the pack claim to be the government. But are they really? Please go check out my video for this. Jesse asks Mercy a question. One of those you didn't see coming, and Mercy doesn't even answer it. It just gets washed over in the thing. It's awesome. I love these books. Please go check them out. We'll have to do the Alpha and Omega series at one point. I gotta put those candles back now that we moved them all to get back there. I can't believe that candle came out fine. That is amazing. Sean or Sheen McGuire, Midnight Blue Special. Sean McGuire. McGuire returns to with book 2 in our Intrepid series. If you love the wisecracking dancer come monster savior variety prince from Discount Armageddon, it's a good bet you'll love the second installment. Just when Verity thought things couldn't get more confusing, dragons have returned. She's possibly in love with a man who should be her enemy, and the mice, oh mice, she learns that the Covenant will be coming to New York. This means only one thing. They plan to purge the city of the remaining cryptid population and secure it for humanity. Verity cannot let that happen, but less clear is Dominic's position as he become a true Covenant agent for a long time. C.E. Murphy, Mountain Echoes. Shaman Joanne Walker can't seem to catch a break in the penultimate chapter of Murphy's outstanding and long-running series. Joanna has yet recovered from losing her estranged mother in Ireland when she receives a phone call from former friend and FBI agent Sarah telling her that her father has disappeared in the North Carolina mountains of the Cherokee Qualla Reservation. Returning home to Qualla is an emotional journey. Joan's son Aiden lives there with his adopted mother. Joan learns that Lucas, Aiden's biological father, is missing. Upon entering the mountains, Joan discovers that she is up against some seriously dangerous magic. See what happens there. Deep down, Deborah Coton. In her latest book, Coates lures readers back into the otherworld realm filled with ghosts, reapers, death, and dark visions. Haley Michaels can see ghosts, though she hasn't been confronted by any supernatural visitors in weeks. When mysterious black dog suddenly appeared to a neighbor and Haley's boyfriend, Deputy Boyd Davies, is haunted by ghosts from his past, Haley steps in to help with a dark reaper on the loose. Ghosts showing up again and persistent grim visions. Haley is called to trust her own instincts. Last Grave, Debbie V. With this second book in the fascinating Witch Hunter series, Vig delivers another wonderful read. The obstacles our heroine faces keep the steady and exciting, and the challenges themselves are interesting. Leaving her past, Massachusetts homicide detective Samantha Ryan heads to San Francisco for a fresh break. But inevitably, her past catches up with her. She can't run from who she is, a witch hunter. To the murder of a local historian takes Sam to Santa Cruz Mountains to investigate a witch's coven, which is using black magic intent on doing evil. Working on the connection between Winona Lightfoot's murder and the witches brings Sam back to a point of crisis. Her abilities are all that can save her, and the people surrounding her, and the temptation to use magic grows strong. See what happens there. Okay, now let's get down to this. See what we can do here. We're going to do the presents. So these are all your presents. So just leave those up there for a minute. Those are all your presents. We'll go through them. Naked guy on the cover. Let's see. 1, 2. This guy's naked. And then this one's naked. We'll just go through the presents. You know, there's a Harlequin for doctors, there's a Harlequin for lawyers, there's Harlequin for sheiks, millionaires, there's Harlequins for pregnant people, there's Harlequins for African Americans, Sakimis, I like those. There's Harlequins for NASCAR, there's Harlequin for sports, there's Harlequin for doctors, there's Harlequin for vampires. So, this has got Harlequin American Romance, features cowboys. Blaze is like Navy SEALs. Desire, Intrigue, Kiss, Nocturne is the vampires. Presents. We have romance. We have romantic suspense. We have romance special edition. We have super romance. We have Kimmy romance. We have love inspired historical, and love inspired suspense. And that's only just a few. There's so many more titles that exist today than did. So Harlequin presents. We're just gonna go through a couple of them. Oh, look, Stone Creek. Dang. Where is it? Harlequin American, Harlequin Place, Harlequin Desire, Harlequin Intrigue, Harlequin Kiss, Nocturne. Oh, here it is, presents. All right. Fallen Greek Bride, Jane Porter. 5 years ago, as confused, emotional Miss Morgan Copeland left her husband. Now she's back begging him to rescue her in Famous Fathers and Somali Pirates. 5 long years without her has done nothing to quell Draken's desire. It's a perfectly clear that he is still under her spell, a spell that began with an all-consuming passion, and that was broken by misunderstanding. So that is Fallen Greek Bride. So, this is not working. That's the one down here. I don't know. It's better off just doing them all. Two is Playing the Dutiful Wife, Carol Morelli. Nicholas Dos Santos and Meg Hamilton have no idea what's ahead when they meet on a plane headed to states. Their brooding businessman and the reluctant attorney find a magic they've never known each other's arms, but it leads to a painful parting and a reunion that reveals danger and betrayal. And I never wrote down, so I'm gonna go back about, let's see, 1:30-ish. I never wrote down the Harlequin time. The Secret, a Scandal, a Secret, a Baby. Sharon Kedrick, 5 years apart, deemed the lust between composer Justin Perry and businessman Dante Arezzo. One night of passion proves hard to resist. If it doesn't cure the reasons for their breakup, but it does create an unforgettable complication that's about to make them parents. Okay. Island of Secrets, Robin Donald. To gain his inheritance, Luke McAllister must spend 6 months in the company of a deceased stepfather, supposed mistress. But she's not at all what he expects. In fact, just what he wants. Joanna Foreman's not done mourning her benefactor. When she learns to save her business, she must spend 6 months with the arrogant, unyielding, sepsy stepson. A Reputation for Revenge by Jenny Lucas. Russian Prince Casimir Zendorf is determined to marry Jose Dalton for all the wrong reasons. Josie's always taking care of her big sister, so when it's Josie's fault that her sister is in harm's way, she would marry the devil to protect her. Captive in the Spotlight, Annie West. Lucy Knight is free from her 5-year prison sentence for a crime she didn't commit, but her freedom is fleeting. The man whose brother she's accused of killing is waiting for her. Dominic Vogt must be mad to collect her brother's killer from prison, but he needs answers and closure. Notorious Gabriel Diaz, Kathy Williams. Lucy Rollins is about to make a huge sacrifice for her father, who has just been caught with his hand in the company till. So those are your Harlequin Presents. There you go. And I don't think. Let's see if we can find one. Miss Ailes. There's another group here. Here's your Kimmy group. Let's do one or two. See what's here. Kimmy Green. Celeste. Naked guy on the cover. Actually, quite a few of them have naked guys on the cover. But Celeste. Okay, it's this one. Celeste Norfleet. We'll just read that one real quick. Sexy Fearless, the characters in Norfleet's latest are aggressive in their pursuit of each other, and it's refreshing to see such confidence displayed in both male and female leads. This is Mine at Last by Celeste O'Norfleet. Then we have Way to Her Heart by Melanie Schuster, 4 stars. The story of a single mom deserted by her child's father and a master chef ready to leave his womanizing behind is well written and endearing. The Five-Star Romance by Jacqueline Thomas. Blaze Anderson can't get Livy Carlisle out of his head, though their initial connection was over 2 years ago in Las Vegas. I'll Stand By You, Wayne Jordan. Darren Grayson is a reformed player with an ex-wife and a daughter. When he spots Ebony Winter for the first time, he's smitten. So there you go with those. And I don't think... Where did I see that? I just saw that. Maybe I didn't. I could have sworn I saw that. Maybe it's the other. I guess we'll have to let it go. I could have sworn. The minute I put it down, I'll find it. But I could have sworn I saw the Lauren Dane book here. I could have sworn. Lost in You. Is that the new? Yep, there it is. Sondheim. Right here at the top. Sondheim. We'll just do that one real quick before we let go. 4.5 stars. Lost in You puts Petal, Georgia on the map. Readers will want to climb in between the covers of the story and never come out again. After years in the military, Joe Harris is back to help his ailing father. Beth Murphy is instantly smitten, leading Joe on a merry chase all around Petal, with townspeople and family members looking on. What started as a flirtation turns into something more, but Joe's issues make it impossible to see anything but the relationship is temporary. So there you go. Romantic Times book review for March 2013. I hope you found something. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good one.